Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Blessings to all of you in this very blessed month. So when we look to ourselves, there is one aspect that rarely we think on it, that this is the cause of practically all our trouble and all our difficulties. And this is how we relate to time. You see, the time as we look at it is always against us. There is never enough time, or there is too much time, and everything we fear, for example, has to do with time. The time that is to come, the time that is there, it is never away from time. Yeah. The same is with our desires. So the ego needs time to create all these illusions about it. Yeah. And when we say, for example, I'm in the moment, I'm present in the moment, that is not really what we talk about being in the presence. This means you are just in a form of time. You are in this form of a momentary time. No? But when we say you are in the timeless zone, in the zone where there is no time, this is where our true being is. And this is where we also come from. Yeah. So time is something that you need to learn to own. You need to go somehow beyond time. And this is how you become Sahib Saman, that means the master of time. So as long as we see ourselves in time, we are bound to fears and desires. There is no other option than that. Because we see this body that is identified in the time, and that body has a date where it will not anymore function, where it will pass away. And so as long as we have this identification with the body, yeah, but also with us in time, why we are in a cage of time. I want to give you one proof of that it is a cage, so we understand it easier. When you become elder, you feel that somehow the feeling of yourself, of your essential self, is always young, is always fresh, is somehow timeless. But if we would give a time, it is young. Yeah. So when the body becomes elder, every day we look into the mirror, there is a kind of time clash, no? Because we experience ourselves young. If you ask a person in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, what is your age inside? All of them will tell you more or less the same. It's around 20, 25 maybe, but not much more than that. Yeah. So this is actually the also reflected in the tradition when it says that in the paradise we are all 18 years. Yeah. And the reason why they say that is because our real self is young. It's young, and not only young, it's fresh. It is full of energy. Yeah. It is a eternal being. So eternity means it's the absence of time. Yeah. Or we can say the end is the beginning and the beginning is the end. Yeah. There is an eternal loop of time. The same is with space, and that refers to the universe. That it is said in astrophysics that the universe expands, but we cannot really comprehend to where it should expand, you see. But there is not a separate space, there is not something to where it could expand. So The idea again is it's actually not the space it expands into, but it expands into its own space by looping, by creating a loop, and the same is with the time. Yeah. However, on a personal level, whenever you have this idea, there is not enough time, I don't have the time, I need to enlighten in this lifetime, I need to do this in this lifetime, I need to do that, I need to do that, I need to do that. You cannot win with against time, yeah, because you do something which is an illusionary thing. You are the time yourself, yeah. You are a timeless being, yeah. So going into the cage of time causes stress, causes sadnesses, causes fears, causes all these emotions that we don't know even sometimes where they come from, especially when we talk about fears or sadnesses, right? The moment you allow yourself to go beyond this concept of time, you are free. You go out of yourself. You are in this contact with your real self that is a timeless being. Yeah. In the book of love, in the Holy Quran, it says that we are Khalifatullah. So that means the representative of the divine. And the divine is not defined through time. Yeah. He is the owner of time. So mastering your time is the beginning of to come free from it. Therefore, we have the rhythm. And the rhythm is to somehow understand how time works, right? So when you are strong in the rhythm, when your life becomes rhythmically disciplined, you have clear fields of where you do your devotional practicing, where you do your work, where you do your physical activities, where you do your social activities, and all of them have a good measure. Yeah, you feel that you are less and less and less under grip of time. No? And that lets you relax, and you will find out one day that there is no time in the sense of this linear time that we are always like a rope tied with. Yeah. So illusion, any illusion, be it time or any other thing, is the source of pain. This is how our pain body is fed. It is actually through not understanding, seeing reality as it is. And there are many layers of illusions, and wherever they are, this is what we would call the inner work, to remove these layers, these illusionary perceptions, these illusionary projections of ourselves towards others, and so on and so on. So once we stop doing that, once we understand our situation that we feel all the time tied by the rope of time, then when you understand that, not only intellectually, but in your physical being, in your inner being, that is at any moment timeless. Thank you very much. And those of you who are fasting, I wish them very, very blessed days of fasting. Yeah. One aspect of the fasting is actually to get a different understanding of time, because when we do not eat and drink, we expand time. And you can do a lot of things more or better when we fast. If you want to make this experience, you haven't done it yet, try it out. Yeah. Thank you very much. All the best to everyone. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.